Members. It's Mrs. Davis. I am the NHS advisor, and this is some quick info about being an NHS member. So first of all, congratulations. Thank you for applying. I'm excited to be working with you throughout this program. So a few things that you need to know. We will have monthly meetings. Our meetings are usually posted on the second Wednesday of every month. Sometimes that will vary during this really crazy year that we're having, but typically the second Wednesday of every month, you can count on having a meeting with NHS. Currently, because of the situation that we're in, we are doing all virtual meetings, and they are just videos that I will post on Google Classroom with updated information about service opportunities or any other information that you might need to know, and then you will mark those as complete in Google Classroom. In a typical year, when we have late start Wednesdays, we will meet in the auditorium either during late start time, or if that time doesn't work for you, I also have an afternoon meeting that you can attend. You just have to attend one or the other. You don't have to do both. That's when, if, in a typical year, which hopefully next year is. But for now, our meetings are going to be online. The next thing you should know are hours. One of the main things about being in National Honor Society is completing service hours. So for this year, since it's your first year and you're just now joining in March, you'll only have to complete 8 service hours. Those service hours can be anything that you do for other people or for an organization that you do not get paid for and that is not for an immediate family member. So for instance, shoveling your neighbor's driveway, that's great. Shoveling your own driveway, not community service. That's a chore. So anything like that you can use. Any opportunities that come to me, I will share out with you through Google Classroom or through Remind. So please make sure you've signed up for both of those. Sometimes it's a quick service event that's happening tonight that someone says, oh my gosh, I need volunteers for this tonight, and it's not enough time where I can post a sign up link on Google Classroom. So I'll just shoot that out through Remind. Next year, in a normal year, which we're hopefully having next year, you'll have to get 24 service hours, 12 of which must be school related, meaning sporting events that you volunteer at, blood drives that we do through the National Honor Society, tutoring, things like those. Anything that I share out through NHS is considered a school related activity, even if it doesn't take place at our actual school. And then the other 12 can be school related, or they can be things that you do for your church, or like I said, shoveling driveways for elderly neighbors or something like that. But for this year, 8 service hours of any kind. They don't have to be necessarily school related. Now, when you do a service opportunity, you need to get a signature from whoever is in charge of that event or whatever activity that it is that you are serving. In my classroom, I have forms that you can fill out and have someone sign. You can also just get it on line paper that you fill out of a similar kind. If you just run out of service forms, I would come by my classroom and pick up a couple. But if you're virtual, I know that that's not always possible. So anything that's filled out on a form that says your name, the date of the service opportunity, and then a signature from the person in charge who monitored you or who supervised the event. And then you're going to, on Google Classroom, there's a Google form where you will submit your hours. So you'll put in how many hours you did, and then you will upload a picture of that signature. So you must have a signature in order to turn those hours in. You can pick up those forms in my classroom. I will also post them on Google Classroom, and or like I said, you can make your own online paper that you get signed by a supervisor. But make sure you get a supervisor signature every time you do an event. Dues, every year you have to pay $10 of dues. I'm not going to charge my new members since we're just now joining in March. But starting next year, you will have to pay $10 of dues, and then you'll pay them as a senior if you are a sophomore this year as well. So junior and senior year, you'll pay dues. And those dues go towards paying for our charter membership, because we have to pay in order to be an NHS, a National Honor Society, since it's a national membership. And then it also goes to some other services that we provide throughout the year, such as when we adopt a family at Christmas time, the parade events that we sponsor, those kinds of things. If finances are an issue, please contact me. I don't want anyone to drop out of NHS because they don't feel that they are financially able to pay a $10 dues. That's totally fine. Please speak to me about it and we will work something out. Other than that, make sure you're checking your Google Classroom and have Remind set up so that you can get those reminders. And if you have ever any questions about NHS or anything like that, please email me, kdavis@davison schools, or you can come stop by and see me. I'm in room 250 across from the library. Thanks for joining.